Well, it's that time of night again. Time to go online, play some video games, and we'll hopefully see what the next big goal for ourselves is. Who knows? Maybe I'm playing some Minecraft and trying to build a dirt hut, play some Starfield and look up at the stars. Maybe I'm on Call of Duty and I'm trying to look for my next kill. Or maybe I'm just in GTA 5 and trying to, I don't know, look around, try and find some modders to get some loot from. I don't know. Point is, whatever gameplay I put behind this endless talking is just a little background noise for our ears to enjoy. Well, it's tough to say that I'm a bit of a gamer. I've been getting back into it lately, and it's been reminding me a lot of old school YouTube, where a lot of people just kind of talk organically into the camera just to communicate with an audience about very random things. Kind of like Woody's gamer tag and well, to be honest with you, more recently, Jay Schlatt with his videos, giving advice to fans, and Nico, who I've seen very recently. He's kind of brought back the old school format, just kind of talking like this. And I don't know, it's kind of brought me a bit of a flashback to the things I used to enjoy watching when I was a young kid watching YouTube. And I kind of like the idea of just talking, not having to worry about showing off. It brings a certain anonymity to my presence that I quite enjoy. I enjoy kind of living my private life, not knowing that others know who I am, while I try to bring out my thoughts to the public. It could be easier to just record myself in front of a camera and just have my face be the entertainment. But then again, though, I don't really want to uh, put so much effort into editing, where it's just um, a lot of zooms and bangs and I don't even know, just explosions of edits and lights and noises. I kind of just like this old school format that kind of soothes the mind. Um, Now, with that being said, about enjoying my anonymity, um, I don't even know if I'm saying that right, to be honest with you. I'm kind of an idiot. But, that's kind of brings us into the discussion of today, which is essentially just introducing yourself and the idea of your presence. I don't know about you, but when I was younger, um, I had to introduce myself to classes. I'm sure many of you have as well. I know it's that new time of the year where a new semester starts for a lot of high school students. And a lot of the time that just means, if you're a younger person, you got to introduce yourself again to a new set of people who don't really know you that well. So you got to kind of have a fresh start somewhat. Sometimes you have friends in the same classes, sometimes you don't. Pardon the voice crack. Um, and sometimes it's a little nerve-wracking. Um, let me just you know, set the picture, present the idea in your head. It's probably the first day of school or the new semester. Uh, some old teacher tells you to introduce yourself and I don't know, maybe say an interesting fact about yourself or maybe make a rhyme with the first letter of your name or some crap. I don't know. Sometimes they'll do it, speaking aloud or have you write it down. But I don't know about you, but talking about ourselves can be really, really easy or really, really difficult. Honestly, it can be kind of overwhelming at times. Um, Giving ourselves a spotlight is kind of a rare occasion, but when it comes, it's a big responsibility of character. Like they tell you to give yourself a summary of yourself in 10 to 20 seconds, and you don't want to like be the first person because then, you know, you can't even think about a fact, and you don't want to be the last person because you'll be remembered. So hopefully you'll be like third or fourth or somewhere in the middle. But I don't know. it's always one of those things that, you don't want to sound too dumb, or intelligent to others in your class, especially if it's a fucking, oh, pardon my French, but if it's a math class or an English class, you don't want to sound dumb, especially around a teacher who will literally criticizes your grammar and your speech. But it's nerve wracking because it's giving yourself uh, a time where you gotta really just think, and not even like bullshit BS thinking, like, oh, what's this. No, it's like you gotta like dig deep in yourself just to find something to spit out at these people. It's one of like the few times I think most students will probably do math, you know, just to like blend in, trying to think, okay, where am I lined up? Where am I seated? You know. Anyways, I've talked to a few people about this anxiety, and it's a feeling that's very mutual among students. And I don't think that we have a challenge talking about ourselves. I just think we have a problem coming up with an agreeable answer. And I think a lot of the times too, we haven't really practiced a lot of our our public speaking skills as well. I get that maybe that's them trying to teach us how to public speak, but it's honestly it's crappy. It's a crappy experience. And I looked back on an old yearbook a little while back, and it was from the 1960s, and a lot of the students were asked to talk about a fact or a goal or something interesting. And there were a lot more, to be honest with you, very honest answers compared to like, oh, my name's Justin and I like to jump. It's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. That's just what the system's trying to make you think you like. um, a lot of these answers that these students were talking about were either more heartfelt or more comical or just more, I don't know, like, it was like you can feel their characters in these words. Just some loose examples from memory were like, I don't know, Susan Dukowski said, I wanted to become a doctor. Jacob Taylor said, I like to drive my friends around. Jim Jacobs, he's like, oh, I like to sneak out of class and go skinny dipping, or something radical like that. Emily Young, I just like to hang out with Susan, you know? The simplicity seems more real than these like silly children's games that these new teachers tells us to perform. They're a lot more human. And these are real experiences. I mean, we have dreams of careers and memories and fun, people. We don't want to say, a stupid activity that rhymes with our name or something that's just on the spot. We like to really dig deep in ourselves, and I think that's why we have a lot of anxiety about the choices with our answers. It's because we don't want to, give a crap response. We want to be real, but a lot of days it's a lot of restrictions of how real we can be with ourselves. So what's happened then? You know, I think that we just don't have as much character nowadays because we have to restrict ourselves. You know, they say we project ourselves for what we're lacking. Most people are very loud with their voices and actions and style nowadays. But, a lot of the people back then, they were very charismatic people who were very, simple, calm, quiet, but they had experiences that were very, loud and stylish, very colorful, like the fashion nowadays. I think that we try to explore a lot of fulfilled nature about ourselves by being louder to the public, um, but also blending in with the crowd. But then again, though, I don't know. Who am I to say all this? I'm just kind of a kid who just kind of wanted to talk about some things recently. Just another scared young man with not much going on, other than I see some little bits of beauty in the world. But I also see a bad day coming, so it's best to bring an umbrella to the showroom when that arrives. Anyways, my shower thoughts basically done. Um, And now I think it's time to go get a burger or, something rich with character. What do you guys think about current anxiety driven situations? Like what really makes you freeze and think carefully before responding? I don't know. I just really like to create a discussion with this topic. Well, anyways, like this guy said something once, you forget 1,000 things every day. Make sure this isn't one of them. Thank you, and goodbye.